بشرى إننا نلمح فجرا في شباب قد أشادوا صحوة للدين كبرى. أمة الإسلام
اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت، وعافنا فيمن عافيت، وتولنا فيمن توليت.
بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your brother Abu Dhar from the RUQYA services. Today, inshallah ta'ala, we do this video bi-idhnillah azza wa jal to share with you an experience and black magic that we have found. Inshallah, we're going to explain to you what's the patient found and how does it work. It's here, everything, and we will show you. But first, we need to understand, my dear brothers and sisters, most of the time when patients come to see us for the ruqya shar'iyya and we diagnose them with sihr, wa'udhu billah, meaning black magic, meaning a spell or a curse, the most question people ask us, who did it? Can you tell me who did it? We need to understand that the raqi who performed the ruqya from the Quran point of view will never be able to tell you who did it, because it's in the unseen world, it's in ilm al-ghayb. So therefore, you really ask the brothers and sisters, when you go to see a healer and he tells you, I can tell you who did the spell on you, it's quite dangerous. Indeed, they're going to use the jinn or they're going to scam you. So in this case, a patient came to see us. I'm not going to say the name of the patient and as well the country he's coming from. Patient came to see us and he says, every time I go to my mother house in his country back home, he comes back tired, ill, he cannot think ahead properly, and he cannot stay in his house, his mother's house in his country, for more than a day. When we performed the ruqya shar'iyya on him, we realized that he's under magic. Therefore, we asked him about the story, and he says that his mother passed away, rahimahullah. She's got a big house back in his country. So when he came from Europe to his country to stay in his mother's house, to his surprise, his elder brother was there, and his elder brother claimed, the house is mine, and can you please stay here for a few days and leave? Everything is mine, it belongs to me. Now, my patient, the brother who traveled from Europe, says that's not fair, and we have to think from the Sharia point of view, the Islamic law, to speak about the house. After that day, wa'udhu billah, the patient, the brother who went to see his mother's house after her death in his country, he cannot think ahead, he don't find peace, he can't sit in that house for long. Him and his wife, they've fallen out big time, and for some strange reason he cannot even worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala properly. So coming to the point number one, before we tell you what happened in the session of the ruqya shar'iyya. Now, after we done ruqya on him and we gave him some orders and we gave him some inshallah ta'ala advice to follow, and we will show you what he found in his mother's house. Please remember that Yusuf alayhi salam, it's his own brothers, his own blood, they trying to push him in the well, in the pit, and they did. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him victory after that, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided his brothers to establish that what they did was harmful. But it was his blood, out of jealousy, out of hasad of the love of his father's love, out of the hasad and envy and jealousy of his father's love, Yaqub alayhi salam, their nafs and the shaitan managed to give them the idea to try and get rid of Yusuf alayhi salam and kill him. So sometimes the hasad of the people close to us can lead to very bad results, which is sometimes curse or a spell. Now the patient came, he sat, and we started the ruqya shar'iyya. Clearly, after he started the Quran al-Kareem, we see signs of the black magic, wa'udhu billah. A type of sihr that it's been done especially to affect his way of thinking, and especially to affect his emotions, and as well his ability to take decision. So we told him, after the brother, the patient told us the story. So because as a raqi, as a healer, you need, after to diagnose a person, to ask them, brother, what happened in the past? It's not about just reading Surah Al-Fatiha, Ayat Al-Kursi, and a little bit of the Quran Al-Kareem. And then we say, brother, you might have black magic. Thank you. Go back home, do self-ruqya and recite Surah Al-Baqarah. It's your job as a raqi and as a healer to think out of the box and to help, inshallah ta'ala, the patient to understand where the accident could happen. After the patient told us the story, وَلَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ, and we performed the ruqya shar'iyya, especially after I recited on him ayat al-sihr, the verses that speaks about sihr, وَلَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ. Now, the verse that really worked on the brother and the signs that were shown very badly, it's وَلَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ, when I recited the verse from Surah Ibrahim after أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أم يحسدون الناس على ما آتاهم الله من فضله فقد آتينا آل إبراهيم الكتاب والحكمة وآتيناهم ملكا عظيما. Now bear in mind that when people do sihr, most of the time it's because of hasad, envy. And the brother showed me lots of reactions. And initially I was thinking, subhanallah, is he affected by the evil eye, by hasad? But then when we continued with the verses of black magic, billah, we have seen the signs. Now, the brother comes back to his country after doing his treatment, he feels better, and he searches, and he keeps searching, he keeps searching. He goes back to his old room in his country, in his mother's house who passed away, and that's what he found. We're going to share with you the item what he found. These items, they were all folded, well hidden. He found this talisman, this paper, and then he found more or less similar paper. We will tell you later what is the word that we have circled over there. A part of these papers he found in the package this grid that contain numbers. It's a spell we explain later. And he found as well in the whole package this paper. I want you to understand that this paper, this is blood of hayd. This is splashes of blood of hayd. Hayd in Arabic means blood of the female of the time of the month, a'udhu billah, najas. And then he found this lock with the whole items. And please understand that this lock now have got kind of writing and spell. The lock was locked and the key, they were hidden outside of the package. Now, I want you to understand something. May Allah reward you. The magic was done on the patient, so he leaves that space and that area, and as well to be very uncomfortable. It's got nothing to do with the house. Here we see they created a spell. This language is the language of the magician. Please understand that it's not Arabic, it's not Farsi, it could be a mix of many other words. And they will put them around this box. This box is where the spell comes from. We call it the seal of the magician here. But however, in the end, they end with the word al-mu'mal, means in Arabic comes from amal, al-ma'mul. And here as well, it comes in the end with the word al-amal, al-ma'mul, wala'udhu billah. Now, they have here as well this spell that it's happened with it. All this is combination of a spell after spell to create, wala'udhu billah, the negative energy. And for sure, the shaitan and the jinn, wala'udhu billah, will be responsible to play with the patient. Now, the most dangerous in this, it's the lock. Why did they use the lock, wala'udhu billah, with the height of the female? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us. The lock, may Allah reward you, al-qafl, the lock, it's now in our everyday life to lock something. So we lock the door, so the door does not open. And we will lock our mobile phone, so nobody gets to our mobile phone. The lock is a sign and meaning of a stop or putting an end to something. So they will prepare all this spell and they will put the spell over the lock, and then on his name, the name of the patient, what the magician will do, he will close this lock, billah, and he will do certain verses, reverse of the Quran, a certain spell of kufr, billah, assisted by the shaitan for sure, because the magician will never work by himself, he will work with the shaitan, billah, may Allah curse them, and he will spell and he will spit over the lock in order to create the negative energy and lock the mind and the way of thinking of the victim, of the patient who came for ruqya. Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has helped the patient to find this. So what we do, we are going to put this all in a ruqya water, inshallah ta'ala, to dissolve it. And when we have the lock, very simple, straightforward, we recite on it, Bismillah alladhi la yadurru ma'a ismihi shay'un fil ardi wa la fis sama'i wa huwa as-sami'ul 'alim. And Surah Al-Ikhlas, Al-Falaq, Al-Nas, Al-Fatiha, Ayat Al-Kursi. In fact, the whole Quran is shifa. We recite on it the Quran, we spit on it, and with the key we unlock. Inshallah ta'ala, we have asked the patient how he feels after doing this. And the patient, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, says, feels a little bit better. He feels like he misses his mother's house. He feels like he wants to go back and deal with the whole situation. My dear brothers and sisters, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you Jannah. This is an information that we need to understand. No sihr or black magic will work only with the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. However, please understand that when you're affected by such a trial, I agree with you, Al-Quran is the solution. Allah have the solution subhanahu wa ta'ala, but you have to seek the right way how to approach this problem. We are not against self-ruqya. We advise all the Muslims to do self-ruqya. We are not the solution for the problems. We do not claim we are that much of a holy people and person, we're gonna solve your problems. But we say, seek personal and professional advice from the shuyukh and from brothers who perform the ruqya shariah from Quran and Sunnah, because indeed you will know how to deal with the case according to the symptoms. However, for the brothers and sisters who talk to us from abroad, can I give you your mother's name? Can I give you my date of birth? I have problem, guide me what to do. Sadly, we cannot diagnose your case without seeing you face to face and read the Quran al-Kareem in order to see how you feel. Allah Azza wa Jal makes it easy for everybody. Please protect yourself at all time. Sadly, al-hasad wal-a'udhu billah. It's a very, very dangerous illness, and it can lead even a brother to brother, or blood to blood, or a loved person to loved person to use the curse. Your brother in Islam, Brother Abu Dhar from the Ruqya services, Jazakallah khair for your dua, and forgive us if we don't get back to you any soon because you are very busy. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin.